Hello, I'm Daniel and welcome to the Emunah Project. What we're going to do in this video is go into the elements of Tshuvah. The Tshuvah process is comprised of several elements. I call them elements and not steps because, as you will see as we go through it, some of these things can happen simultaneously and some things may not necessarily happen in the order in which I'm going to set them out. So here we go, the elements contained in the Tshuvah process. It's not just saying I'm sorry. The first is realization, recognition. You have to realize that what you're doing is wrong. If you don't realize that what you're doing is wrong and you're not doing the right thing, you're probably not going to get very far in the Tshuvah process. Another element. Remorse, regret. Be remorseful. Regret your action. Feel sorry for what you've done. When you realize that you've done something wrong, you should be remorseful. You should feel sorry for what you did. If you're doing something wrong and you realize you're doing something wrong and you're totally fine with it, like I said, you're probably not going to get very far in the Tshuvah process. Then another element, refrain. Stop it. Whatever you're doing that's wrong, whatever you're not doing that's wrong, stop. If you realize you're doing something wrong, and if you're remorseful, but you don't stop, what's the point? The whole point of the Tshuvah process is you're going one way, you're stopping, and you're turning around and coming back. If you don't stop, you're just heading out there. You got to stop. Very, very important. Another element, reveal, retell, renounce. In a word, confession. Confess to the Almighty. Confess to God. Admit your wrongdoing. You're not going to surprise Him. He knows what you've done. The confession process, the retelling and the revealing, it's not for God's benefit. It's for your benefit. It does you good to confess that to God what you've done. And in so doing, it lightens your soul. No one else has to hear this. This is a private matter between you and the Creator. When you're by yourself, this is strictly a personal matter between you and God. And admit it. Approach God with truth and sincerity. Tell Him what you did and what you did was wrong. Don't backpedal. Don't try and make excuses. Don't come up with reasons. Well, be truthful. And while you're up, vow not to do it again. Vow to turn yourself around. This is all part of that confession to God. Another element, restitution. Make amends if you've hurt someone, if you injured someone. If you can, try and make up for it. Sometimes you can't. And also, don't try by making things better to actually make things worse. There are certain situations where you can't repair the damage, where you can't make it right. In those situations, since you've basically, in effect, made the world a worse place to live by your bad actions, fix it. Tikkun olam, repair the word, give to charity, repair the world. Another element is basically returning. Come back to God. Turn your life around. Take active steps to turn your life around. Be a better person. Do good things. As I said, you got off the track by doing bad things. Get back on the track by doing good things. Stop doing evil. Learn to do good. Come back to God. In the Tshuvah process, when you've recognized you've done something wrong, when you feel remorse, when you stop doing it, when you confess to God, when you make restitutions if you can, or give to charity, when you've turned your life around, then you can come to the Creator and ask for forgiveness. Then your prayer for forgiveness has meaning. It's not just talk. It's not just saying, oh, sorry, forgive me, God. This will have improved your life. It's much deeper, it's much more meaningful, and it's much more important. This is not, before I finish, this is not actually an element, because it for one reason, it just simply goes without saying. Through this entire process, you should be engaged in prayer. Talk to God. In addition to the elements, just talk to God. Ask for inspiration. Ask for strength. Ask for courage. Ask for help in going through and completing these elements to the best of your ability. Approach God with truth and honesty and sincerity. We're going to be doing more videos with respect to each element and fleshing them out and going on more about them. Please come back, please listen, please watch, please learn. And until then, on behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.